Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are on the first day of this new year. We're sitting here together, and it is a beautiful day to be alive. Yes. We have moved into 2024. I'm Shaman Marcus. Welcome to Healing with Marcus, our weekly live. I'm in a new setting today. I'm going to be back at my regular setting next week, but this is friends of mine, and we just did a cacao ceremony, so I am here for this. So, what we are sitting with is, of course, both the beauty of shifting in, welcome aboard, the beauty of shifting into the new year. We are sweeping out the leftovers of 2023. And what we can do very well is to use the lessons, the teachings that we were given from 2023. Let's see if I can fix this a little bit. There you go. Maybe that's better. So using the teachings of 2023 into 2024. And if you are one of the people who are sitting in this inner space, if you are one of us who either you call yourself a light worker, light warrior, you are looking into a deeper inner experience that is not always supremely only connected to the external world, the 3D matrix, the material world. When you're looking inwards and you're recognizing that life and our experience is so much bigger than what we have been experiencing before. When we're not open to the fifth dimension reality, when we're still in the 3D matrix, it's hard to understand that there is a reality beyond the basic five senses. So if you're one of the people who know that, L.E.K., good to see you, my dear. Happy New Year. Yes, Happy New Year. Blessings to you. Welcome aboard, everybody. If you're one of the people who are sitting in your deeper inner space, if you are interested in meditation, if you are interested in inner healing work, if you are into the tarot or the spiritual realms in general, if you're one of us, then you are a step ahead of the game when it comes to what's coming in this year 2024. Because this year, the Earth is going to go through different magnetic shifts. Going to be pretty much a lot of upheaval going on. And if you are a person who can come back into your heart space, can come back into your inner sovereign energy being, can recognize that you are a sovereign being on this planet, that you walk this earth with your 2 feet planted deeply into Earth Mother, that your roots are growing into Earth, then it's going to be so much easier to withstand the storms that are coming from the outside. In the 3D matrix, there's going to be a lot of storming because on one level it's meant to shake us up. It's going to wake a lot of people up. And many people who are in what maybe it's derogatory to say they're sleeping, they're asleep. Because of course we don't want to judge anyone. I am not here to judge anybody. I am here to report back to us, to you, how we can grow in this inner understanding. And as we grow in inner understanding, we start to see the world differently. And when the storm comes on the outside, when it shakes, when the world starts to shake, if you have grown your roots, it's going to be so much easier to stay grounded and rooted and use your discernment to determine what actions you would like to take for the news that are coming your way, for the changes that are coming your way. When we come from an inner space of understanding, we come from, hang on, how do I feel like I want to react to this? How can I choose my reaction to this? Then we're coming in from a completely different inner space than when we are in our reactivity. So what really is helpful and why this year is so strong for so many, for a lot of the people who are on a spiritual path, a spiritual awakening path, you're already growing your roots. You're already looking inwards to open your heart, to open your spirit, your soul, and to get to know your inner reality. which once you know your inner reality, it starts to connect to the deeper energetic parts of our outer reality. Right? So then we can start to access what we call the quantum field, where prayer happens, right? When you pray for somebody, you're sending out a well wish into the ether, into the quantum field, into the energy field. And this well wishing will absolutely reach that person. Now, of course, we can't guarantee that one thing is going to do this or one thing is going to do that. But what we can say is that the more we send out well wishes, either to other people or to the world in general or to Earth Mother, the more we do that, the more these ripples are going to be going into the quantum field, and more people are going to be picking up on that sense of prayer, which is also love, right? Praying for somebody is an expression of love. And of course, we can pray in different ways. When we do the like old school traditional way of praying, it's often fairly much we give away our power, where we pray to some sort of deity. We say, please help this person, help that person, but we're coming from this place of we are not worthy. But when we're moving into that space from an empowered state, from a state of I'm centered, I'm strong, and I'm wanting to send good energy, good light to this person, to that person, to this situation, to that situation. When we're coming into the world from that energy field, our prayers are very different. It doesn't even look like a prayer, but in reality, it kind of has the same function, right? Sending light to somebody, holding that person in light is a prayer. It's prayer in action. Almost like saying, right? If you're helping somebody who fell on the street, in a way, that's a physical action of praying for somebody. But when you actually then go in and you do it through the quantum field, and you're holding that person in light, you can envision them, you can hold them in light, you can create a bubble of light around them, and you can just send them well wishes, lots of love. You can feel the shift in the field. We can feel the shift in the energy field. And it also helps if we have any resentments, if we have any negativity in our heart, praying and sending light to that person can really help to remove that poisonous energy in ourselves, which is, of course, a beautiful part of praying. We pray and it multiplies into the field. So when you're sending a prayer somewhere, it also strengthens you. It enhances your energy field. It enhances your connection to life. And it enhances that whoever you're praying for, whatever situation, country, whatever it might be. So, and the more of us who go into that space, the more we understand both the function of prayer, but also how we go into that space. We sit in meditation, we sit in prayer for people. We're creating very strong effects in the field. And as that's happening, more and more people will be able to pick up on it. Because we just had a conversation just before. And it's like this interesting, one way of looking at what we call the quantum field, one way of seeing it, is that we see how if somebody wants to build a skyscraper, they 100, 200 years, 150 years ago, they started building skyscrapers in New York or so, right? And somebody got the idea in their mind that if they built high upwards, they would both make more money, but they could also build monuments, right? So somebody had the idea, I want to build this. What do you think of that? And then they went to an architect, the architect went to a builder, and then they built the thing. It took maybe 2 years, maybe 3. And as you zoom out on that, you look at that what happened right there, you can realize, if you realize that it started as an idea. It started as a download from somebody's thought field, the field of thinking. And it came in as an idea, and then that person felt it and thought about it and verbalized it. And when they verbalized it, speaking it into reality, they went and found a builder or an architect and then the builder, and they built the thing. Each person speaking the quantum field into reality. So as we start to understand, so an idea comes from the quantum field, and then we speak it into reality, in that sense, we're both very powerful creators, which in that, and also that's where we learn what they call mindfulness and inner strength and light, because a lot of our creativity has been used for not positive outcomes, right? We've been spending so much energy, probably most of the money and the energy of our world, the mind energy, the focus, has been spent on building things that can kill and blow up other people. So we haven't really been using our creative forces very wisely, very mindfully. So coming into 24, we start to use these forces of creation that's coming through you. It's coming through you as an expression. And as you sit in meditation, you hear the field. You feel. Sometimes LEK and I exchange messages, and you can kind of feel it happening. They show up in your mind, and suddenly there's a message. It happens all the time. Because the quantum field, everything is sort of expressed in the quantum field. So if you have an idea, it's because it's out there in the field and it's coming through you. And when you speak that into reality, you create the circumstances to make it into reality. We are creating what we're thinking about, what's coming through us. So if we can learn that for 2024, we who are sitting in a certain energetic space, we can use that connection, the connectivity, to create positive, loving, healthy outcomes. It is sometimes a little tricky because when you look at the whole collective has a very heavy, dense energy. It's a dense thought forms that are running around in the collective. And these dense thought forms are usually fear-based. Call it the collective, call it the 3D matrix, whatever we feel like calling it. But it's regular reality that thinks that it's only atoms and molecules that are running our world. That the genes in your body will determine everything about the outcome for your life. That human energy and human soul and intelligence or creativity has no real place in a real world. So that part of the thought forms in the heavier density of our world, they carry a lot of momentum. Which is why we see so many wars, we see a lot of horrors in the world, because it's carrying a lot of momentum, the negative, heavy-duty thought forms. And then when you sit in your higher sphere, your higher awareness, and you start downloading more love, more positivity, more creativity, and your heart starts to open up, you are now shifting the frequency of those heavy thought forms into being. We just have to be many enough to keep that ripple effect of love and positivity going. And of course, in the long run, well, there is no absolute of course, but in one level of the world, the light has already won, but on other levels, we still are fighting a battle here. And this battle is for your internal sovereignty. This battle is for you regaining your inner sense of light and strength and power and love. This battle is not so much to go out there, it's to go in here so you can start creating from the quantum field level a new reality. We are starting to move into the fifth dimension, where we are aware of our thoughts are creating our reality. We are aware of that what we speak creates our reality. So we start to move into this space of like, oh my God, we are creating our world. We are co-creators of this world. And when you're aware of it, then you're going to start creating more beautiful ripples around you. But when you're not aware, then we are caught up in fear and negativity and oh my God, yeah, we got to bomb these people. We got to bomb those people, blah, 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 right? We're caught up in these thought forms. They're so detrimental. They're so horrible for our existence. When we look at the ideas of bombing other people or being negative, we're like, oh my God, do we understand the suffering we are inflicting on the world? We're inflicting the pain and suffering we are creating is insane. It's immense. It's totally like what they call the 3D fear-based matrix. And when you come into a higher state of understanding, we're like, oh, hang on, that's not a good solution, is it now? Not if we want to believe in love. Not if we want to believe in what your heart speaks, what your heart says. Then bombing somebody is not a good solution. You know? Then other solutions are much better. And you know, it just, those solutions don't really fit into the 3D matrix and the more machinery, right? It doesn't make money for people if we find peaceful, loving solutions. So what we who are starting to see that level of truth, we start to feel that level of truth, we need to sit in our inner truth. And 2024 is turning into that year where we're going to start speaking that truth. And maybe we can speak it in a way where you don't have to ruffle every single feather around you, because that's not really going to help anything, right? But you're speaking your truth, speaking your love. That is going to help things. Some of these sayings and statements are very hard to argue with if you're coming from love. If you're coming from a pure spirit, it's hard to argue with some of the statements that come through. And they only come through when we're sitting in alignment. So the job we're having now, after 23, we're looking at the lessons that so many of us got this last year, because a lot of us had some hard lessons. I had some difficult lessons this last year. And if I can look at, if I can raise my awareness and I look at myself and I'm like, okay, so what did I learn? I learned that I need to be more structured in this way. I learned that I need to be a little more responsible in that way. I learned that I can still sit in my deeper inner space and that I can sit in my love, but I need to look and shift certain things so I can empower myself. And I believe that similar lessons, how do we empower ourselves? How do you empower yourself? How do you gain energetic, healthy strength inside of you? How do you step out of people pleasing? How do you step out of fear? How do you step out of these games that we are all more or less caught up in? How do we step out of that? This is the journey we're on. And 23 could teach us a lot of that. And we're going into 24. The people who are on that awareness level of learning, of creating a world, when we are creating from that inner love, what we're creating is a beautiful path. So even if the 3D matrix is shaking, and it's going to most likely do that, it's most likely going to shake a lot. If the 3D matrix is shaking, you and I, when we grow our roots, we don't have to shake with it. We can look at, is this really true? And do I need to be afraid? How do I move through this crisis, that crisis, this thought form? How do I move through it in a healthy, spiritually centered, sovereign way? Yes, it's an inner journey. It's beautiful, especially when we learn to sit in our love, especially when our chakra system is starting to align and we start to be like, oh, I feel more connected to earth. I feel more connected to nature. I am learning more from this world. How can I implement these teachings into my life? 2024 is that year. So this first day of the year, I believe that if we put in healthy, strong intentions, they can help us through this. So if you can potentially see yourself in a stronger light, you can see yourself with light and love in your heart. You can see that there's a big, broad pathway in the quantum field in front of you, full of light, full of love, full of positive experiences. Envision that in front of you. And you're shifting whatever may not be as much a positive impact on your life, you're shifting it, which is beautiful. So sit with that inner intention. Sit in your light. Light up your heart. Light up that path ahead of you. And you don't have to know the exact path, right? We don't know the exact path, but we know there is a path. And then the more light you shine on that path, the more you see things and the more you shift it into a higher state. So we are here to walk this path together. You and me, we walk these Monday nights, or the people who live in this area, LA, we meet on Sunday mornings on the beach. We're creating community together. We're creating a support system. I would encourage you to do the same, wherever you are. See if you can meet with people and do weekly meditations. See if you can meet and do a weekly setup. Right? With one or two friends. It doesn't have to be a big deal. It could be just you, or you and some friends. And of course, I would recommend that you meditate every day, because it's how we revisit that inner space. It's how we refill our heart space, how we remember who we are. Easy to forget. So, we are at the time when we want to go into the healing session. So if you're here to feel and experience the healing session, we're going to do that now. And if you were here for the talk, then it's very nice to have you. Very nice to have you. And I'm so grateful that we share this journey together. We're going to go into the healing. I'd like for you to set an intention. And maybe you can use that visualization of seeing your heart full of light, seeing the path ahead of you in the quantum field, almost like a pathway into the stars. See it full of light. Then you can go moving into it. And welcome on board, everybody who's coming on board. We're going to go into our healing part, the healing part of this session. And if you haven't experienced it before, and if you're interested, it's going to be drumming, odd sounds working, and they work in the quantum field and in the energy field to align you, clear your aura field, clear your chakra field, and balance your chakras, and help to remove things out of your system. So, I would recommend that you either sit upright or lay down or whatever you're more comfortable with. If you have headphones, it might be healthy or smart to put them on. And otherwise, you can just enjoy this energetic exchange. With your permission, we'll be working on your body, on your energy field. But sit with your intention for a moment. And if you have something that you feel you want to release, if you want to release something out of your system, envision that we are sitting together. You, me, and everybody else on this transmission. We're sitting together around a sacred fire. An energetic sacred fire. Blue, white, purple light spinning, circling like a campfire. And whatever you are willing to surrender out of your system, be it pain or behaviors or feelings or thought patterns, release them into that fire. Allow that fire to eat them up. Yes. So, here's to our first healing session of the year of 2024. May there be many more. Oh, Kotaiya. We're opening up sacred space. No, yo, yo, yo. Wahia, hia, wahia, hia, wahia. Yes, that's a good heart opening. That's a good heart opening right there. There's the sacral chakra. Yes, that's good. Yes. Breathe into your body. Breathe space into your body. Yeah, 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 yeah. And envision light. Yes, yes. Dahiya. Hey, wahi, yo, daya, So we open up sacred space. I am Shaman Marcus, and I call in on the winds of the south, represented by the serpent, to hold sacred space for us and to activate the healing powers in our system. I call on the winds of the east, the condor, the eagle, and the dragon, to come here and hold sacred space for us, and to guide us into the realm of the unseen. I call on the winds of the north, the raven, the sacred sage of our world, to come here and hold sacred space for us, and to guide us and activate the deepest level of knowing, the highest frequency in your system. We have the winds of the west, represented by the jaguar. We ask that the jaguar come here and guard our sacred space and lend us her courage into our hearts. We have Pachamama, Earth Mother, and Father Sky and Father Sun. We are held in the direction below and direction above, in their loving presence, their loving vibration. We feel that bubble of energy, energetic light around us, from all four directions and above and below. And then we also have Saint Michael with the sword of light, sword of truth. We ask that he come here and cut the cords when it's for the highest good of all involved. We also have, and then he has a sort of truth, sort of light. We want to see the truth that's hiding in our system. How can we see ourselves in a more truthful, loving light? Then we have Shtangl the dragon, Maya the wolf, Bea the bear, our power animals. And your power animals. They're here to guard our sacred space and to facilitate the healing. We have Sam and his brothers, our Native American spirit guides, who are here to guard our sacred space, facilitate the healing, and to guide us into the realm of the unseen. We have the tribe of kings and queens of old. We have Ubuntu and her loving energy. We have the ancestors and the friends and the family on the other side of the veil, keeping a watching eye over us. We have life force energy itself. Paramahasa Yogananda, Sri Yukta Swargiri, Lahiri Mahasaya, Sri Ramana Mahirshi, and Mahavatar Babaji. They're holding a very high frequency of light and knowing for us. And lastly, we have the Norse, the powerful gods of Odin and Freya and Thor, and Stafner and Rafner, Tree of Life, the Raven. And the ravens are also Hugin and Munin. Keep breathing into your body. Keep feeling that intentionality, the intention for yourself. We open up our heart. We open up our heart space. These are revolutions of your heart's energy. wakateo, te wakateo, te wakateo, te wakateo, ia, hea. Teo, koko, taia, teo, wakateo, teo, taio, 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 taio. Teo, ko taia, hea, teo, wahea, taio. Taio, taio, teo, yo, 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 Heoa, heoa, taio, taio. Teo, yo, 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 yo. Hey, yo, 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 hey, Ay, 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 yo, yo. Ay, 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 Eoa, 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 eo. Taia, 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 yo, ta, yo, ya, yo, ya, yo. Oi, Yahi, yahi, yahi. Oyo, oyo, oyo. Yes. So we let that love into our hearts. We let the light into our hearts. Yes. Let it run up and down your body through your energy field. Oyo. Oyo. And then we say thank you. Thank you to the winds of the south. Thank you to the winds of the east, the north, and the west. To Earth Mother, Pachamama, and to Father Sky and Father Sun. We say thank you for the sacred space that was held and the healing. Yes. We say thank you to Saint Michael with the sword of light, sword of truth. We say thank you to Shtungel, the dragon Maya, the wolf, bear, the bear, your power animal. Toya. Toya. And to Sam and his brothers, to your spirit guides, we say thank you for the healing, the sacred space, for the guidance, for the activations. And then we come into the tribe of kings and queens of old, our tribe. And we come into Umbute and her loving energy. To the ancestors on the other side of the veil, to the friends and the family, keeping a watching eye over us. And then we go to life force energy itself. To Paramahansa Yogananda, Sri Yuktesvar Giri, Lahiri Mahasaya, Sri Yuktesvar, Sri Ramana Mahirshi, and Mahavatar Babaji. Toyo, toyo, toyo. And we say thank you to Odin and Freya and Thor. And to Stafner and Rafner and to Hugin and Moonin. Oh, Dai. We say thank you to you for bringing your loving energy, your beauty to this session here tonight. We're so grateful we get to share this space with you. We are so grateful we were all here for this first day of the year. That if we strengthen ourselves in our inner connection through 2024, we're going to ride through any storms that are coming so much stronger, so much more grounded. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murataye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murataye Satchidananda Murtaye Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murataye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Thank you, Glenna Coleman. Happy New Year. Bless you and your loved ones. Thank you, Glenna. Likewise, right back to you, my dear. I'm so grateful we're sitting in this space, everyone. Thank you, Ellie Kay. Thank you, Glenna Coleman. Thank you, Johnny Neal. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, everybody else who are coming on board. Sierras and Sunsets, Water Sprite. Everybody, thank you, thank you, thank you. Trenton Shine. Everybody who comes through these different connections that we all have. We are sitting in the deep energy field. So grateful for you. So grateful for you. I will see you again next Monday. If you feel like you want to check out some reading, you can check out my book. The 4 Elements, We Are Earth Mother. The 4 Elements, We Are Earth Mother. It's on Amazon or on my website. All right, everybody. So much love. Namaste. Here's to a beautiful, strong 2024. And aho. Wahigateya. Te wakateya. Dai. Much love, much light. Bye, everybody. Dai.